America, the land of plenty, the world's breadbasket, the shining symbol of abundance. And yet, here we are. In 2023, over 13% of US households experienced food insecurity, the highest rate in a decade. That's nearly 47 million Americans, 12 million of them children, 7 million seniors, struggling to put food on the table. They rely year-round on food banks, pantries, meal programs, and donation drives just to survive. Imagine whole families scraping meals together from expired cans, processed food loaded with sugar and sodium. It's not nutrition, it's survival in a desert of options. These so-called nutrition deserts don't just deliver hunger, they fuel obesity, diabetes, and long-term disease. And no, it's not just the undocumented, it's not others. Hunger is now a middle-class crisis. Even households earning up to $150,000, 0 cents annually, are seeing food insecurity skyrocket. This isn't about food supply. The world produces more food than ever. This is about distribution, getting that food where it's needed. And right now, the system is choking, and the choke is tightening. Roughly 30 to 40% of US food production depends on undocumented labor. These are the people picking your strawberries, milking your cows, and packing your meat. Time-sensitive tasks, where hours can mean the difference between feeding someone or tossing spoiled food. But recent immigration crackdowns have disrupted that labor pipeline. In just the past few weeks, aggressive ICE raids have hit farms in California's Central Valley and dairy operations in Texas. The result? Workers vanish, fields go unpicked, cows go unmilked. One farmer said it plainly: we're losing our crops, we're dumping milk, we're bleeding money. The broader economy is bleeding too. Experts warn deporting millions from the food sector would raise grocery prices, spark inflation, and even stall GDP growth. According to the Congressional Budget Office and economists from the Federal Reserve, undocumented labor plays a stabilizing role in markets. Remove that stabilizer, and chaos follows. We saw it during the pandemic: empty shelves, inflated prices, and panicked consumers. That reality could return, and worse. At the same time, the federal government is slashing hunger relief. The Trump administration ended the Local Food Purchase Assistance Program and paused half of TFAP funding, the Emergency Food Assistance Program. That's over $1 billion, 0 cents in cuts, yanking support from food banks and pantries. What does that mean in real terms? In states like Illinois, California, and West Virginia, food banks are already reporting dramatic declines in fresh produce and meat. Some organizations are forecasting 1.4 million fewer meals delivered this year alone. Meanwhile, hunger relief partners in Washington, D.C. served 64 million meals last year, double pre-pandemic levels. Demand is exploding, resources are vanishing, and the human cost is devastating. Online, the warnings are everywhere. ICE raids have everyone hiding, fields go empty, trucks idle, people starve. Just had to throw out 2 pallets of strawberries, no one to pick them. We only got lettuce once this month. These aren't just tweets, they're alarm bells. This crisis isn't looming, it's already here. Last time, we uncovered a bleak reality. A broken food system choking on bad policy. Millions hungry. Food wasted, budgets cut. Labor vanishing. Let's dig deeper into the ripples spreading from this epicenter. In rural regions like California's Central Valley or dairy belts in Texas, agriculture is the local economy. So when farm jobs disappear, towns collapse. Restaurants, schools, shops, they all go under. And it doesn't stop there. Mass deportations shrink the labor force. That reduces production, which means less supply, higher prices, and soaring inflation. One recent study predicted grocery prices could rise on par with the post-pandemic spikes of 2021-22. And this time, there may be no quick fix. It's not just harvesting. Food processing, warehousing, and trucking, every link in the chain relies heavily on immigrant labor. Disrupt that, and bottlenecks form fast. Hunger isn't just about empty bellies. It's about stunted health, lost productivity, and soaring medical costs. Many food banks are forced to distribute calorie-dense but nutrient-poor items. Think boxed macaroni, sugary cereals, canned meat. These aren't long-term solutions. They're bandages. And they lead to long-term consequences: obesity, diabetes, heart disease. According to surveys by the Capital Area Food Bank, even employed families, 76% of food-insecure households are skipping meals or cutting back on fresh foods. Mental health declines, stress skyrockets, parents go without so children can eat, seniors ration pills to afford groceries, and for children, the impact is generational. Hungry kids are more likely to suffer academically, develop chronic illnesses, and fall behind for life. That costs us all in billions of lost potential. More voices flood in from social media. My daughter is skipping meals so I can eat. Rotting squash and corn in the fields, too late to harvest, too late to help. Empty shelves at the pantry, nothing but peanut butter and crackers. These stories are the real statistics, and they're multiplying. There is confusion in Washington. Some sectors saw temporary pauses in ICE enforcement, offering momentary relief. But those pauses were short-lived. In May, raids resumed. Fear returned. Inside the administration, there's visible tension. Economic survival versus immigration enforcement. And right now, neither side is winning. Meanwhile, SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is in danger. House proposals could cut off benefits for up to 250,000 legal residents, including 50,000 children. Paired with foodbank cuts, this could leave millions with nowhere to turn. This crisis is not unsolvable, but it demands action. Now, restore that $1 billion, 0 cents in food aid, reignite TFAP, LFPA, and school meal program. Protect the agricultural workforce, provide legal pathways, or limit deportations in food-critical sectors. Fix the supply chain, invest in cold storage, trucks, and infrastructure to reduce spoilage and reach underserved areas. Improve food bank nutrition, shift toward fresh produce and away from high-sodium, low-nutrient foods. Raise awareness, because hunger isn't just in rural or homeless populations anymore. It's your neighbor, your coworker, your child's friend. Contact your representatives, demand food aid funding, support local food banks, volunteer, share real stories, push past the silence. Because 47 million Americans going hungry is not a data point, it's a national emergency. For decades, America fed the world, but today, bad policy, broken logistics, and labor crackdowns are unraveling that legacy. So here's the question we're left with. Will America choose to starve or choose to solve? And the choice is ours.